Things are changing so fast that 2/3 of the jobs that will exist in 15 years haven't been invented yet. Perhaps you've heard this claim before, or something similar to it. If so, then you've probably also heard that our school system is stuck in a 19th century factory model of education. Here's how this is normally explained. Schools were designed for a different era, and we need to get with the times. Lining students up in rows, making them memorize a bunch of facts, and having them read from textbooks may have been okay when the goal was to train students to be industrial-age factory workers, but these things don't prepare students for the 21st century workplace. So, we hear, it is time for a transformational shift in how we educate our students. Instead of learning traditional subject-specific knowledge that can be found with a quick Google search, we need instead to focus on broader skills that can be used regardless of the subject. What are these transferable skills? Well, the organization 21C Canada, a prominent advocate of so-called 21st century learning, calls them the 7 C's: creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, communication, character, culture, and computers. Isn't it nice how everything students need to learn apparently starts with the letter C? A lot of people, particularly school administrators, are eager to remake our schools into 21st century models of learning. Advocates of this approach talk a lot about inquiry learning schools, student-centered classrooms, and personalized learning environments. Often, they talk about teachers and students being co-learners. They picture an exciting buzz of learning in a school where students and teachers together explore challenging new ideas, create new things, and prepare themselves for all those jobs that haven't even been invented yet. Listen to how William Herd Kilpatrick put it. Am I wrong in thinking that education is changing now more than ever before? Life is vastly more complex in detail, and we are far more tied up with others about us, even to our most distant neighbors. But wait a minute. Kilpatrick, a former education professor, wrote those words in 1925. Yes, you heard right, 1925. Not only that, he promoted many of the very same ideas a century ago that modern-day 21st century advocates are so excited about. Kilpatrick wanted teachers to be facilitators rather than deliverers of knowledge and information. In fact, Kilpatrick wanted to abolish school subjects entirely and instead have students work on real-world projects that would be meaningful to them. Sound familiar? And no, Kilpatrick wasn't just some obscure writer who happened to propose the same ideas that 21st century learning advocates promote today. He was actually one of the most influential education professors of the 20th century. Kilpatrick trained thousands of future teachers, many of whom went on to implement his ideas when they became school superintendents, department officials, and education professors. The reality is that 21st century learning is just another name for the failed ideas of William Herd Kilpatrick. Unfortunately, education fads never seem to die. Rather, they just get renamed and then pushed on to yet another unsuspecting group of teachers and students. The 21st century learning movement is merely the latest example. Oh, and by the way, about those jobs that haven't even been invented yet, you can stop worrying. Turns out that no one can figure out where that statistic actually came from. Yet another example of how we should be careful not to believe everything we hear. I'm Michael Zwagstra. Join me next time as we explore how to make our schools better.